So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
So it's down to business here. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, I've got my eye on Militao, who's developing his game.
Vinicius Junior! That was a matter of inches.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
Alexander-Arnold, Camavinga. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. And he's looking to catch him up. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Eder Militao. Now Hausen. Chouameni. And here's Mbappe. Eder Militao. Now it's Mbappe. Hausen makes the interception. And that is as far as they're going to go. And here's Vinicius Junior. Now that looks a decent ball. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Bellingham has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Bellingham. And it's Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Chouameni. Bellingham. Quarter of an hour played. And he skips past his man. Oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Neither side yet able to find the net. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Vinicius Junior. Madrid upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Played towards the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Hausen promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Valverde. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Camavinga. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Shot a goal! lingered over it, and the chance to counter had gone.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Chouameni. Eder Militao gets over and intercepts. Chouameni. It's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham simply refused to be outdone there. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Aims beyond the defence. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's found a way through. Alexander-Arnold did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Mbappe. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Alexander-Arnold pinches it off him. Now this could be a chance. Opts to play it back. And a chance! Mbappe is magnificent! About as smooth as it gets.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Madrid have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough, though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Nicely shaped ball. He's in plenty of space here. Keeper's dealt with that. Bops him off it and wins back the ball.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Howson. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead, they can expect more of the same in the second half.
Madrid are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now, and we get some free-flowing football.
And it's Bellingham. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. No, again there's no way through. Camavinga. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's on it, can he get away? He's found a way through. Just the keeper to beat. Oh, good claim by the keeper.
Ah, Peter, that's as decisive as it comes. The keeper got everything right in that instance.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And the whistle has gone for a reckless challenge there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15.
Vinicius Junior charging. Chance for a shot! And that would have been some goal.
That was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. That's been cut out, well played. Howson. Madrid leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Now it's Mbappe. Knocks it into space. Has crossed into the middle. Shoots! Goal! And this is getting better and better.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
I just think it was a cheap foul.
Big chance! And he has kept it out somehow.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Alexander-Arnold with the short one. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Rodrigo.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Valverde. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chooses to go back, and the shot! Oh, nearly.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 23, el dorsal 4. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Valverde. Half an hour gone in the second half. Stood up well to him there. Well, that pass isn't the best. Mbappe. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, no question, that's a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. And here's Vinicius Junior. Foot in. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now he's got space here. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly...
And the shot! He scores! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Simplicity itself.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Things looking so easy, almost too... Could be danger here! Howson. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Vinicius Junior. Mendy crosses it in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Very nicely done. And here's Vinicius Junior. That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Arda Güler. Showing good feet. And smartly reclaimed. And that's that. Madrid can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents aside ruthlessly. Vinicius Junior. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
We have chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Vinicius Junior is offering a wry smile there.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Very nicely done. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. That is great defending, so alert. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Camavinga knocks it into space. Takes a shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
It's a good foot in there. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Threads one in. Incoming delivery.
That's good defensive concentration.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. That has ended up in no man's land. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's a little off target. Camavinga. Mbappe making good progress on the right-hand side. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Goes back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Vinicius Junior. He's cut it out. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Neither side yet able to find the net. Looking to play him in. Might be danger here. And the shot! There it is! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Not the most accurate pass. That's Valverde. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, this is a great position. Nice interception, well timed. Tries a shot! He scored! And they're at it again in double quick time. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Madrid are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Foot in. And here's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Camavinga. Can he get it through? Now it's Mbappe. Cleared without hesitation. Oh, can he get onto this? Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Bellingham carries the ball down the right. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And it's Tchouaméni. Eder Militao. Vinicius Junior going full tilt down the left. He's shifting through the gears here. Plenty to aim at here. Bellingham. And he's heaved it away. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. Alexander-Arnold. That's really well cleared. And we hit half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here, but there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Tchouaméni gets a foot in here. Camavinga. Mbappe. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass, and a tricky one at that.
And it's Tchouaméni. And he's well positioned here. Vinicius Junior looking to add to his goal. He has found the way through. Bellingham proves just a little bit too strong.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
He's in a great position here. Now, can they get him away? And a chance! Oh, surely that deserves better.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Mbappe under intense pressure.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
And here's Goulet. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Tchouaméni wins the duel this time. Tchouaméni. Now it's Bellingham. Mbappe! Mbappe purring through the gears. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well read, nice interception. And here's Mbappe. Steaming on goalwards. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Vinicius Junior. Well read, and the danger is averted. Whistle's gone, that's a foul.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Tchouaméni.
21, el dorsal 23. Cambio de jugadores.
Mbappe. Arda Güler. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Madrid have a free kick. Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Rudiger simply refused to be outdone there. Vinicius Junior. No, again there's no way through. Tchouaméni with the foul. that looks like a final warning, still no card.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 14 será sustituido por el dorsal
Chouameni.
8.
And it's Carvajal. Carvajal is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Crosses it in here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Goes for a shot! Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Howson. Eder Militao. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Eder Militao. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Probing pass. Howson spots it and intercepts. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
Well, this does not look promising, Peter. The least they can do is to give the crowd something to cheer about, but that might be difficult from here.
Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Chouameni. Looking for options for movement. Alexander-Arnold. Now Eder Militao. And they've switched it over to the other side. Nicely weighted ball. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Madrid are down to 10 men. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Mendy receives it in a wide position. Vinicius Junior. Madrid are looking to break at pace. And it's Alexander-Arnold. The pressing. And that's it. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Trent Alexander-Arnold has redefined the fullback role. I mean, his contributions attacking-wise can match up with some of the leading playmakers around. And I don't think I've ever seen anyone so productive in that role. Some of his cross-field passing is quite ridiculous.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Bellingham, out towards the flank. He's found the way through. Gets his head on it! He's scored! It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So, a breakthrough already. Camavinga, and it's Tchouaméni. He's on it, can he get away?
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's through here. It's a pretty loose pass. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Camavinga, Mbappe. It's Camavinga. Vinicius Junior. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Played over towards the opposite flank. Alexander-Arnold has created one goal already. And it's Valverde. Mbappe. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Oh, some tackle that. It's run loose here. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Tries to thread one through. Tchouaméni does well to stand firm and defend it. Quality ball.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Vinicius Junior. That's a nicely weighted pass. Oh, that was vital. Bellingham.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Mbappe. And it's Camavinga. Camavinga has got himself a free kick. Rudiger is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Bellingham. And Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. Valverde! That's got him rattled. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Caught offside that time. Pressing high and with purpose. Valverde. Madrid have got it back and they'll have another go. He can run onto that. Now, what about a counter-attack? Bellingham. There they go, hunting in packs. He's shifting through the gears here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Chouameni. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Bellingham. And the counter is on. Harrison was in no mood for any of that. That has been cut short. Could move up a gear here.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Chouameni. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
And the game has already resumed here.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chouameni has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Now there, can he finish? And that has been knocked clear. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Madrid do appear to have made a half-time change.
I'll be fascinated to see how the change now affects their overall strategy.
He's picked his way through. And he's running through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Chouameni. Now Eder Militao. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Arda Güler. Now it's Vinicius Junior. He's a sharp little ball here. Great ball if he can get there. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Oh, it's come loose. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And that is a little undercooked. And that's going to be a booking. Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Mbappe! Mbappe being hunted in packs.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Now it's Bellingham. And it's Valverde. And he's had it nicked away. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Madrid can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now it's Mbappe. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now that's well seen too.
Vinicius Junior really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
El dorsal 18. El dorsal 12.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
That is as far as they're going to go.
El dorsal 11. Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Mendy. For Valverde. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Rodrigo. Threads one in. Whatever he had in mind, that was not... And the shot! Oh, that is rather wayward.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Mendy. Oh, this looks sharp. Great pressure, plenty of it. That looks a good ball through. Camavinga has it in a wide position. And that is expertly dealt with.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And it's Arda Güler. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And here's Mbappe. Nicely. Real chance! They've done it! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. How very smart. He just got it right.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Habrá 3 minutos de descuento.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. And here's Vinicius Junior. Chance, surely! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Goulet. Rodrigo. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. That's that, the end. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here.
That's rather hopeful. An early chance there, first of the game.
Well, he's hit it well enough for me. I suppose it could be a deliberate attempt to just draw that defence out.
Valverde in with the challenge. And here's Vinicius Junior. Oh, that's nice. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Pinches it off him. Vinicius Junior. Shifted it to the flank. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. OK, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. He's through here. Great defending, strong and determined. Tchouaméni. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Tries to pass it through. Vinicius Junior. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Valverde spread it left. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Nicely aimed pass. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Valverde really struggling to influence the game.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Tchouaméni is fouled. Alexander-Arnold. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior! Madrid have the chance to go the other way. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Oh, well played. Tchouaméni. Bellingham. Could move up a gear here. Looking for options for movement. .30 gone. Quality ball. Vinicius Junior. Eder Militao. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Tchouaméni with the foul. It's a quick one. Vinicius Junior. That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And a great opportunity to open the scoring here. No way through, so back it comes. Valverde. Bellingham. Now this could be a chance. Can he get it through? And it's been played through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. And here's Bellingham. And the finish! They've scored!
Well, that's very much changed the complexion. It's also changed mindsets and moods in both teams, and it had to be him. Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
Tchouaméni. That's a little off target. Bellingham. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. And here's Valverde. Out to the right. And we hit half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Madrid can make their change now with a break in play.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And it's Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold. That is lovely. Now it's Bellingham. Skims one in. He can get that clear. Tries to play it through. Tchouaméni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Succumbs to the pressure.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And it's Valverde. Shot could be on. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Oh, that's fabulous. Bellingham, he's being urged to shoot. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Mbappe. Madrid still this single goal behind.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And here's Vinicius Junior.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
He's found a way through. And that's a good ball. Eder Militao. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Mbappe under intense pressure.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Shapes to shoot! Sticks it away! They have come roaring back!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now. Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 5.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
El dorsal 18.
Madrid grab the equaliser and we're all square.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Brahim Diaz is the guilty party there. That's the keeper's ball. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Turns and goes back. He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Carvajal just loves to go forward whenever he can. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Looking to play him in. Chooses to go back. Valverde caresses it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. This looks promising. Mbappe. Rodrigo.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
He's having a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. He's going for goal!
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Corner
dorsal
number 2 then.
será sustituido por el dorsal 6.
Carvajal goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. Vinicius Junior making good progress on the right-hand side. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Mendy proves just a little bit too strong. And it's Carvajal. Oh, nice touch. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he finish? Well, the finish certainly didn't match the build-up.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Eder Militao gets across and deals with it. Mendy. And we're done. A draw, and a highly unpredictable one. Their share of momentum shifts, highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate. We'd like to see excitement and be entertained, but if it does go down the serious route, there'll still be lots to enjoy.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Chouameni. Vinicius Junior. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And that interception was most necessary. Now that's well seen too. Valverde.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Chouameni. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Madrid are looking to break at pace. Now it's Mbappe. In with the challenge. That is good alertness. What a throw in. And it's Valverde. And here's Vinicius Junior. Eder Militao with a fine tackle. So what can they make of this? Alexander-Arnold. Chouameni. Chouameni.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. Vinicius Junior. No, that's been intercepted. Howson. And it's Chouameni. Chouameni.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
He won't be happy with that one. Chouameni. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Vinicius Junior. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Alexander-Arnold. Over to the other side. And here's Bellingham. Great vision. Vinicius Junior. Alexander-Arnold. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. For Valverde. Chouameni. Played out to the right. And he welcomes it in. Backward it goes. That is a brilliant interception. Bellingham. Good ball, good take. And he's lost his man here. Oh. Can he finish? There it is!
That couldn't have been a more potent injection of belief for this team. Top man, top drawer.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they have.
Vinicius Junior! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break. How would you review the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Madrid leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Bellingham. Tchouaméni does well to get it back. Vinicius Junior. Skillfully cut out. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. And for a moment, time stood still. Rudiger. And it's Tchouaméni. He's in a great position here. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
And it's been played through. Tchouaméni. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
So we've reached the hour mark. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead.
And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Vinicius Junior. Madrid leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 8, el dorsal 5, el dorsal 18
Howson.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Madrid
6,
perhaps contemplating their next
15,
change here.
El dorsal 23, cambio de jugadores.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Under an awful lot of pressure. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, he's taken it. Might be danger here. Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's straight offside. Goulet. And here's Mbappe. Eder Militao does really well there, he is strong. Alexander-Arnold. Rodrigo. Camavinga. That has not gone well. Now it's Brahim Diaz. Driving through the middle. He's free, he has got space. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Mendy. And it's Arda Güler. Played out wide. Here's Chouameni. And it's made its way to him. Now, can they... And the finish! And that could come back to haunt them.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Tries to pass it through. He is through here. He's had a shot!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Threads one in. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Goulet.
Look, this is so frustrating. Passing without any end product.
And he shoots! It's in! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Oh, well played, well played.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
2 minutos de descuento.
Mendy. Now it's Mbappe. He came in hard, very hard. Mbappe. And that's it. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner, of course, but... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, under normal circumstances, this is a massive matchup, and I'm not totally in agreement with the view that friendlies tend to take the edge away. In my experience, if the opposition go at it full tilt, then you have to reciprocate.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's found a way past. He's having a go! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Vinicius Junior. Decent chance!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Chouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bellingham. Valverde. Out towards the flank. Great vision. It's a promising position. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Tries to dink it through. Eder Militao getting this one clear. Valverde. Now it's Vinicius Junior. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And it's a goal! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Madrid are in front now, the game's only goal.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration...
Chance for a shot! Oh, taken with style! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Shoots! It's a pretty loose pass. Played back.
Really got in his face there, and it was well played. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Played out to the left flank. Eder Militao. Bellingham goes sliding in. And he's managed to get free. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Rudiger promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Valverde. Great ball, and he's in here. Chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Madrid with the corner, they're first. And here's Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Madrid have the chance to go the other way.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And it's Tchouaméni. And here's Vinicius Junior. He's free, takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And he's intervened well there. And it's half-time here. Some first-half thoughts?
And the boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those two goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game. And it's easier said than done, as we know.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Vinicius Junior. Tchouaméni. Stood up well to him there. And here's Mbappe. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over. Very nicely done. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can't come into it, and it didn't.
He's had a shot! It's their second corner of the game. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's a key interception. Looking for options for movement. In with the challenge. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Now, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact, and it's Chouameni.
Sustituidos por el dorsal 11, el dorsal 15. Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Bellingham. Mbappe is being harried and hassled.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Madrid are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Now it's Mbappe. He could be in here. Mbappe is having a shot! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. Well, I'm Peter Drury and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Chouameni. Now it's Mbappe. In with the challenge. Tries to play it through. It's a good-looking delivery. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Well, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. Vinicius Junior, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Vinicius Junior.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Vinicius Junior going full steam ahead down the left flank. Alexander-Arnold. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And here's Vinicius Junior. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Chouameni. Vinicius Junior. Mbappe. Vinicius Junior! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Bellingham. And it's Chouameni. And here's Bellingham. And he's being shifted off it. Chouameni for Valverde. That ball looks a good one. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. Valverde played out to the left flank. Strong running down that left flank. And it's Chouameni. And he's there to belt it away. Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold making good progress on the right-hand side. Vinicius Junior.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Over to the other side. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Tchouaméni is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Alexander-Arnold. Now this could be a chance. Big chance! Tchouaméni. Bellingham. And the counter is on. Can he get on the end of this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And we hit half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, Peter, there's only one team in it. They might not have made the most of their chances so far, but I see no signs of frustration creeping in. Maybe a bit of fine-tuning during the break, and they should get their reward in the second half.
So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change.
Mbappe! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? That's a bad place to challenge. What's he giving? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences. That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Alexander-Arnold. And it's Bellingham. Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tchouaméni. Now Howson. That has been slung wide. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter.
Brilliantly cut out. He can get that clear. That'll be a throw. Rudiger. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Valverde. So we've reached the hour mark, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Tchouaméni gets across and deals with it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Now, can they get him away? And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Rudiger. Bellingham has it out wide and in space. Out of play for a goal kick. Mbappe, here's Tchouaméni, and it's Bellingham. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, it's taken out, that'll be a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Madrid are down to 10 men.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Both
dorsal
sides then
8,
taking this chance
el
to
dorsal
turn to
5,
their benches.
serán sustituidos por el dorsal 15. El
Vinicius
dorsal
Junior.
21. Se va a realizar un cambio
Eder
de
Militao.
jugadores.
Madrid still have the cards to affect this game. Now it's Dani Ceballos. Rudiger gets a foot in here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Alexander-Arnold simply refused to be outdone there. Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz. And it's Mendy. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Alexander-Arnold. That's Brahim Diaz. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Oh, sweet feet. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Camavinga. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
El dorsal 14 será sustituido por el dorsal 11.
And it's been taken short. And now they can spring out of defence. Howson. Alexander-Arnold is herring after that one. Vinicius Junior. Madrid finding their passes. Oh, he's done very well to take that back.
When you're struggling for numbers, you try to create that defensive compactness and conserve energy, but fatigue begins to play a much bigger role, and it may well yet make all the difference here. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Brahim Diaz wins the duel this time. That is good. Howson with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. Howson has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. No way through. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Looking for the run. Oh, delightful ball. That's the keeper's ball. Ceballos. And that is that. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I'm a real fan of this guy, Ruben Dias. Portugal do have the reputation, not just of producing great wingers, but great centre-halves too. And I see him as the latest in line. OK, he can be quite conservative, and he won't wow you with inch-perfect long-range passes, but he's incredibly solid.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. João Palhinha.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes. And it's João Palhinha. Bruno Fernandes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that's a throw-in. Neither side especially adventurous early on. Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Chouameni. Nuno Mendes. Mendes powering forward here. Now Ruben Dias. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Rudiger.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Vitinha. And that has left him in a heap. Nicely weighted ball. Always onto this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Mbappe, great vision. Diogo Dalot deals with that comfortably. Diogo Dalot gets rid without sophistication. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Goulet touches it back. And here's Bellingham. Oh, that's a fine interception. Bruno Fernandes.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Vitinha was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Madrid looking to pass their way through. And that's a dangerous ball. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's intervened well there.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Threads one in.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, Red, nice interception. And here's Mbappe. And here's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Mbappe. Closing in on goal. And a chance! It's bounced back off the post. And he's gone backward here. Can he get on the end of this? And he's straight offside. Tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? He's found the way through. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Cristiano Ronaldo! Superb goal!
Oh, the skipper has made such an important difference to put them in the lead again, but they can't afford to retreat and defend for the rest of this second half. To do that would invite trouble.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attack.
He's going for goal! Oh, nearly. Rudiger, Tchouameni, and it's Bellingham. It's Vinicius Junior. A heavy challenge. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Gonzalo Ramos. Decent chance! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up. Something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. Portugal have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Vinicius Junior being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Now there's a fine ball. And he ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vitinha. And here's Ramos. Bruno Fernandes. It's a really well-measured ball. That is lovely. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Knocks it into space, and that could well leave a mark. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Traoré played with finesse.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Half an hour gone in the second half. Vinicius Junior. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo, showing great feet there. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El
Both
dorsal
sides then
5,
taking this chance
el
to
dorsal
turn to their
14,
benches.
El dorsal 15, el dorsal 18, el dorsal 12. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
Now,
21,
can they get him away?
el dorsal 8, el dorsal
Can he
11.
finish? Ronaldo! Superb! A finish right from the top draw. And they are pulling clear here. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. this is the perfect game for all parties, not least the neutrals who've just come to enjoy it.
Well, on the face of it, Peter, we would appear to have a high-caliber meeting with very little at stake. But then you consider a chance for one or two of the fringe players to get a look in, and this becomes a big incentive. It changes the dynamic. So there's plenty at stake for them, which will do no harm to the energy levels and the overall conviction, and hopefully the style of contest.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Now it's Chouameni. Another pass just keeps it ticking, and he shoots! There it is! Oh, high-quality goal. Lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Valverde has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. And it's Dalot. Chouameni wins the duel this time. Alexander-Arnold. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. And it's Chouameni. Madrid are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Strong running down that left flank. Bellingham. Chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
That has been knocked clear. Valverde. And a chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Madrid have their second corner now. And smartly reclaimed. And now they can spring out of defence.
Ah, welcome to modern football. You get hounded by everyone.
And it's Dalot. Chouameni producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Martinez.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Well-timed, excellent interception. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Bellingham looking to add to his goal. Good ball over the top. And he's gone looking for safety. Madrid have reclaimed it. 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Chouameni. And the counter is on. Bellingham. And they're back on the ball again. Menu is the guilty party there. Rudiger. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Eder Militao. Chouameni has created one goal already. Valverde chips it through. Goes for a shot! It's a goal! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, I'd rather praise the scorer than criticise the defence here. He stepped forth and conquered.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Madrid heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Bellingham. This looks promising. Bellingham. And it's Valverde. Tries a measured ball. Oh, well played, well played. Bruno Fernandes. Here's Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Tries a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Šeško deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
And that's another good win of the ball. Casemiro. Well, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Now then, what's happening here? He is already on a yellow. That has not gone well. And we hit half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're just settling back into this second half. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against face-to-face with the keeper. Can he finish? And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Madrid have their third corner. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. And it's Rudiger. Velvet shoots! Yes! And they are cruising away. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Well, that's a foul and the whistle's gone. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances. He's gone for it! And he should have made it 4.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Nice physical challenge. Valverde. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow...
Shot a goal! It's in! It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy. Great chance! He scores! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is such a dominant performance.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here, it really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. It is a monster matchup, Jim Beglin.
Well, the atmosphere, Peter, certainly doesn't feel like a friendly. We all know about the quality we have on show here, so I hope that the crowd demand as much as they can get, and I hope the players will oblige on that.
The action has already started.
And it's Valverde. Now it's Bellingham.
Mbappe!
Oh, decent chance! Goal!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Tottenham finding themselves unexpectedly behind. A probing pass, not the most accurate pass. Well, there is a look that says it all, a piercing stare.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
He won't be happy with that one. He's in a great position here. Pedro Porro. So just the one early goal to report so far.
And the score is 1-0.
Now it's Mbappe.
That looks a good ball through. He's through, it's one-on-one.
Chance for a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
Sticks it away!
They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
To Mbappe! They've got to be quick to recover this.
Oh no, what has happened here?
Spence. Bellingham. Can he get on the end of this? In by Vinicius Junior. Vicario claims it without any fuss. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Pedro Porro. Gallagher. That is Gallagher. Oh, that's superb.
Vinicius Junior.
15 minutes till half-time. Mbappe picks it up out wide. Now it's Bellingham. Palhinha did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Spence.
Solanke.
He's ended up in no man's land.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away.
Well, that's surely a foul, free kick. And it's Spence.
That's an untidy challenge, free kick given. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot.
João Palhinha.
Backward it goes.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
He's got away.
Oh, look at the space here.
It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Danso did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well, that's well seen too. Takes a shot! Romero. Bellingham with a definite foul there. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Well, what goes through a player's head at times like that is a mystery to me.
And it's Maddison. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Good ball, good take. Well read, and the danger is averted. Danger averted for now.
Un minuto de descuento.
João Palhinha. That pass has been well intercepted. And there's the whistle for half-time. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Colomwani was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. He's found a way through, shapes to shoot!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Chouameni is flagged offside. That pass isn't the best. Van der Ven promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Spence. Nicely weighted ball. There's the delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. There's the shot! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Spence. Gallagher.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Little doubt, that is a foul. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Cambio de jugadores.
And it's Porro. And the finish! They've done it! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
We have got ourselves a game here.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Madrid suddenly appear frail.
Yes, from comfort zone to a stage of uncertainty, perhaps, and they can't drift into a carelessness, or this could get away from them.
Looking for the run. And that is expertly dealt with. Pinged towards the front line.
Well, that's certainly more like...
And he's had a hit! That carried quite a threat. And back to the goalkeeper. Madrid perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Alexander-Arnold. Camavinga. Alexander-Arnold providing an outlet on that flank.
Vinicius Junior.
Threads one in. He's being urged to shoot. Opts to play it back.
Vinicius Junior.
Being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be...
Big chance! It's in! 2 up now, and they are cruising.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's made this game...
Goes for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless! And the lead is extended still further.
And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
As if 3 weren't enough. This is nigh on utopian.
It's starting to look like a done deal now.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Simons. And here's Gallagher. Tries to pass it through. Lofted in. Courtois claims it. Safe hands. And it's Spence. And here's Solanke. Tottenham have a free kick.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range.
Joao Palhinha. Now this could be a chance. And the shot! And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.